Steve? Steve, are you awake? Hey, do you know what time it is? This isn't funny, you know. I should not have to be dragging you out of bed at your age. It's like you're being a teenager all over again. What do you think you're playing at? You do know it's your turn to take Amy to school this morning?
No.
Right. Well, get a shift on. They can lock you up these days for being late.
Oh, Maggot's funny looking.
Don't talk about him like that, Mum. He's meant to be your boyfriend.
He seemed to have a lot of stuff.
I think the hire place saw me coming.
If you don't catch anything, do you get your money back?
I just, thought a bit of father-son bonding time, fishing.
Didn't know you were a fisher.
I'm not. I went a couple of times with my dad when I was a nipper, but...
What's this?
Oh, it's a list. I printed it off from the internet. It's just a list of things a dad's supposed to do with his son.
Oh, that's a lovely idea.
Teach him to shave?
Yeah, I might be a bit late for that one.
Oh, well, you're not too late for lots of other stuff, I'm sure.
Reveal the secret to a firm handshake. Where'd you get this from? Freemasons?
It's silly, I know,
it's
but...
not silly. Gavin's a lovely young man. He's so polite.
It's like the son you never had, eh, Gail?
What you can learn from him.
Teach me the ways of your vice-like grip, Yoda.
Oh, take no notice. I think I must have dropped him on his head when he was a baby.
Yeah, I'd take no notice of her. I think she had a sense of humour bypassing 1928.
How do I look?
You look perfect.
I'm a bag of nerves.
Well, you don't look it. You're like a swan, paddling furiously underneath, but all serene on top. Not listening to you, David. Is there an item on that list called I must tell my son I've got a heart condition?
Mum, have you been messing about with the input buttons on this remote again?
Don't you think there should be?
I'll tell him today.
Mum, what have I told you about fiddling with these remotes?
Ooh. Bingo. He's in the vicinity.
I tell you who else. Omar Sharif.
Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. And what about Marlon Brando in Streetcar Named Desire?
Oh, yes. Very rugged, brusque almost.
Or Paul Newman. Cat on a hot tin Whatsy.
Oh, yes. Eyes you could dive into.
And bluer than a lagoon.
No, you're right. They don't make them like they used to. I mean, why can't a handsome man just walk through that door and whisk us off our feet? Is it so much to ask?
All right.
Morning.
Do you sell those sweets? What do you call them? They look like little bullets.
Licorice torpedoes.
That's it.
I'm sure we can satisfy Sarah in that department.
Mary. A small bag, love?
Ta.
It's quite an old-fashioned treat for someone so young, if you don't mind me saying.
The old ones are the best.
I think we're going to have to watch this one.
Intently.
Gavin. Hiya. Got your text.
Hey, you're all right.
You two know each other?
Bit over-familiar if they didn't.
This is my son, Gavin.
Oh, really? Oh, yes. I can see the similarity. It's the earlobes.
How much are they, Rita?
8 to 9p, please.
I'll get these. Don't be daft. I can run to a bag of sweets.
There you go, Rita.
I was going to get those as a present for Gail.
What goes on in the cabin stays in the cabin.
Oh, well, fingers crossed you've inherited your daddy's generosity.
I think I have.
And not his penchant for breaking and entering.
11p change. Thank you.
I made this before with Grandma Liz. It's a smoothie.
Oh, thanks, babe.
It's cold because it's been in the fridge. It's to make you feel better.
I'm all right, honestly. It is cold, nice, though.
It took me ages to mash up the banana. And there's honey in it and all.
Well, I can taste the goodness.
Have you got the flu? It's hard to get out of bed when you're sick.
Come here.
Oh, baby. Thank you for my smoothie, but I'm all right, honestly. I'm not poorly.
I know. I miss Michelle too. In a way, I wish you were sick, because then a doctor could give you a pill to make you better.
Hey, can I have a word?
What do you want?
When do you plan on paying Michelle the money you owe for the wedding?
I had no wedding, as you well know.
OK, I'll rephrase that. When do you plan on settling your bills? Come on, Tracy, it's not Michelle's fault it went belly up.
And whose fault was it, Carla?
Look, if you're having troubles financially...
Yeah, like everybody else on the planet.
Maybe I can help.
I think you've done enough damage already, don't you?
I am trying to help here, Tracy. Oof. What are you looking at?
Hey, how was that dude the other night at that posh hotel?
Yeah, you know, it's fine. It's nothing special.
Oh, was it not very swanky?
Oh, swanky? Well, and that's a word that the youth of today uses, is it?
No, I just knock about with you far too much and pick up things that I shouldn't.
Oh, isn't it a beautiful morning?
Hey, Julie.
Oh, all people say hey, do they?
I'm just pulling a leaf out of your book, dear. Thank you for a very enjoyable night on Friday.
Oh, de nada, as they say in Spanish.
Very chirpy this morning, Julie. What's happened?
Well, as Dev can vouch, I might have met someone the other night.
Oh, the hotel thing?
Mm-hmm. And, well, we might be going on a little date later in the week. Nothing too major, a bit of tapas and some vino tinto, no doubt. I do like the vino tinto.
Nice.
So, I think you'll find that's the correct change.
Thank you.
De nada.
De nada. Was he Spanish?
Who?
The new bloke?
Not even close. Ask me if he's an idiot.
Is he an idiot?
Yep. Massive idiot.
Oh, she was in it. She ended up in Tenco.
Oh, poor love.
And it was a family business, and they'd a load of lorries, and she was the mother.
Oh, was it called Ladies in Lorries?
No.
Oh, it rings a bell. I can see the haulage in the opening credits.
Oh, it'll come to me. I know it will. Yeah.
Oh, you're empty-handed.
I'm having the morning from hell.
And you haven't got your parcel.
What's happened now?
I went back to the depot with my ID, and but accidentally, I'd taken Emily's passport and not mine.
And even in a half-light, you don't look like an Emily.
They wouldn't serve me.
Well, go back with your own passport, you daft caper.
I can't find it. I've looked everywhere for it. I can't find it.
Pity's sake.
No, I mean, my stress levels must be through the roof. Have you hidden my passport, Emily?
Well, of course I haven't hidden your passport, Norris. Why on earth would I do that?
What about you, Mary?
Oh, what? I've broken in like a cat burglar and gone rummaging through your drawers, have I?
No, well, no, when you put it like that, no, of course not.
Yep, tell it to the hand.
There we go.
Is this?
You put it in the safe months ago. It was paranoid about identity theft.
Oh, this is too much. Really is too much.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Rita. My pleasure, Norris.
No manners.
No manners.
No manners.
Oh, manners.
So, did you get Amy after school all right?
Yeah.
Hey, with that teaching assistant on the gate again. You know, the one with the streaks.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't like her.
Yeah, no.
She thinks she is God's gift.
Yeah, no.
When actually, she's nothing dressed as lamb. I need picking her up again later. Our Amy, not the teacher. And don't forget, she finishes early today because the teachers have got training or something.
Yes, I know.
All right, there's no need to snap me head off.
Yep, nice to meet you, mate.
Pleasure's all yours, my friend.
Oh, that is so kind. Look, David, Gavin's bought me some licorice torpedoes.
You always told me those would rot my teeth.
I'm touched.
Yep, in the head.
So, Michael's taking you fishing. How exciting.
Yep, can't wait. You should come with us, Gail.
I just thought it might be a pleasant way to spend an hour or so. Just the two of us. You know, catching up and...
Going through the dad list?
You what?
Would you like a torpedo?
Michael's printed off this list from the internet. Stuff you meant to do with your son. It's well lame.
It was just a bit of fun, David.
Was it, Michael? Was it Bants?
You're not making a very good impression here, David.
Fourth on the list was tell him about the facts of life, so looks like you're in for an interesting trip, pal.
You're perky.
Well, you know how some days you get a really good feeling about stuff.
Like what? Oh, go on, cheer me up. Tell me how I'm going to win the lottery.
Tracy's in a spot of financial bother.
So what are you going to do? Give her a payday loan?
I want that shop.
Barlow's Pies?
She might not be able to get it on the up, but I could.
Oh, I think you're playing with fire. She's dodgy, and you know she's dodgy. If you ask me, you're best avoiding.
Yes, I'd like to make an appointment with the doctor, please. Yes, it's an emergency, yes.
What was all that about earlier in the shop?
Yeah, I thought you might ask me about that.
That weird woman said something about...
Breaking and entering, I know.
Have you been in trouble with the law?
If I said yes, would you hate me?
Don't be daft. Hey, did you nick all this gear? Here should be all right.
Right. Excellent.
Well, you must have been brassic then if you were doing all that.
Still on?
Cherry Brave.
We find it sells well.
Too many numbers for me. Has me bouncing off the walls. How was your function the other night?
Yeah, it was fine.
I'm sorry you had to go alone. Oh, you didn't? Oh?
Julie went with me.
Oh, yeah. She copped off. Julie did? With who?
With some fella, and now they're going on a date this week.
Oh! Oh, isn't that wonderful news? Well, tell her to steer clear of the cherry aid, well, unless she wants to be up all night. Oh!
Can we not please get these inside?
Dev, do you like Julia?
Don't be ridiculous.
Well, is that what all this is about? Because if you do, then you need to tell her before it's too late.
Not gonna get much custom. You give everyone evils like that.
Yeah? Well, it's the only face I've got, so if you don't like it...
Hey, don't bite my head if I come in peace and to cheer you up, hopefully.
All right, and how do you intend to do that?
Listen, I couldn't help but hear earlier.
Hear what?
Carla offering you money. But, you know, don't go to her if you need some dosh.
Oh, you mean come to you?
Why not?
After everything I've been through, do you seriously think I would touch you with a barge pole? No, I don't think so. Get out, Tony.
You changed your tune.
Yeah, well, it needed changing. No, I'm going to do things differently from now on. I want to keep my nose clean, so please, will you get out?
All right, keep your hair on. But say you'll at least think about it.
I won't say it again.
You're not exactly overflowing with stock. You could kill two birds with one stone.
Get out!
Bear it in mind,
Please sit down.
You're not the doctor I saw last time?
No, you saw Dr. Robinson.
What is he about? Only...
No, he was a locum. He was covering for me.
Right.
Come on, why don't you come and sit down?
Sorry, no, I can't.
I see you saw him a few weeks ago. Why don't we have a chat about how you're feeling?
Well, I went through all this with him, so,
Why don't I just ask you a few questions? Nothing to be scared of.
Sorry. I think I'm going mad here.
Why do you think that?
I can't breathe. All my palms are sweaty. I need the loo, and... I think if I could just go, then I'll...
Hey, Stephen, I want you to take a big, deep breath. Good, and out. Keep doing that. I think what you're experiencing, Stephen, is a panic attack. Our bodies are set up with a fight or flight reaction to escape a perceived danger. This is perfectly normal, but it becomes a panic attack when it's experienced in a situation that isn't that dangerous, okay?
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, what's wrong with me?
So let me get this straight.
I know it's a lot to take in.
You broke into Gail's house.
Something I bitterly regret.
She forgave you, and now she's going out with you.
She's an incredible woman.
Well, she must be.
I know it makes her sound like she's a bit of a soft touch, but you know...
Well, no. As you say, she's a lesson to us all.
Yeah.
And you break into her house.
It's not actually technically her house.
No?
No, she sold it to David a few years back, I think.
Well, at least she's got some financial security.
We don't really talk about money.
Yeah, but I imagine she's got a tidy sum tucked away somewhere.
But as I say, we...
I'm sorry. Listen to me getting nosy. That must have sounded awful.
No. I mean, we're both probably quite nervous. Yeah.
At last! Yeah, have you got any scissors handy?
Hang on, here we go. There we go. Oh, you must be so relieved, finally.
I am, Emily. I can't quite believe it myself.
I wonder what on earth it is and who would have sent it.
Well, it's hard to tell, you know. I mean, there are that many redirection stickers all over it.
What is it? A telescope?
Well, it's not a tease maid, is it, Emily? I mean, what an odd thing to send to me.
Look, there's a label there. Yeah.
Even in the gutter, we can all look at the stars. Your brother Ramsay. I mean, no, it can't be.
Well, but he died many years ago.
Indeed, he did. All this time, this blessed thing must have been in transit.
Oh, how sad you didn't know.
Yeah. Well, he must have been trying to make amends. And most of my life I spent pretending he didn't exist. And now this.
Do you remember anything about me from when you were little? The fire engine?
Well, you set fire to the house and all. Blimey, you tick all the boxes.
No. The toy fire engine I bought you. You loved it. Of course, you're only a baby.
All I remember is my stepdad. He was quite strict, especially after he'd been in the pub.
Did he?
Do you mind if we talk about something else?
No, of course not.
I mean, the last thing I want you to do is feel guilty for abandoning me.
Right.
What were we talking about before?
Well, Gail.
Oh, yeah.
And her lump sum.
Oh, yeah.
Over the past 2 weeks, have you found little pleasure or interest in doing things? For several days, more than half the days, most days?
Most days.
Have you found yourself feeling down, depressed, or hopeless?
Most days.
Over the past 2 weeks, have you had trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, or sleeping too much?
All of them. Most days.
Have you been feeling tired or had little energy?
Most days.
Have you felt bad about yourself, that you're a failure or that you've let your family down? How often, Stephen?
All the time.
Have you had some trouble concentrating on things like reading the paper or watching TV?
Useless. You see, everybody thinks I feel like this because Michelle left me, but the truth is, she left me because I feel like this. Because I know that I'm useless. And I don't need no questionnaire to tell me that, you know?
I think what you're suffering from is definitely...
Yeah, being a useless article.
It's definitely depression. I think my colleague's suspicions were right.
Am I mentally ill?
Well, depression is a mental health issue.
You said I wasn't mad.
Stephen.
Look, please, Doctor, can you just not give me something? Make it go away.
We have a variety of options outlined in these leaflets. It will really help if you can talk to someone.
What, like a shrink? You want me to talk to a shrink?
A counsellor. Cognitive behavioural therapy, maybe, or psychotherapy.
Yeah. Psychotherapy, as in psycho.
Talking really does help.
Well, I've talked to the other doctor, I've talked to you. You know, I'm all talked out here.
Is there a family member you could discuss this with? I know you said your girlfriend's left, but you're carrying a huge burden. I think that the people closest to you need to understand how you're feeling. Who could you talk to?
Me mum. I could talk to me mum.
And we're back to Coronation Street in half an hour.